Fender Ranch here, and our project this afternoon is to trim and to prune the tree that is behind me. For those of you that are unfamiliar with South Texas and Texas, this is what we call a Huisache tree. It is literally considered a pest or a trash tree, and it spreads like wildfire, and birds take those seeds and they will literally ruin and take over the pastures that your cattle and horses live in. They will ruin and destroy a hayfield if you do not manage them. And so I've spent the better portion of my life either mowing over them when they're small, pulling them when they get too big, or spraying them to keep them managed and under control. However, this tree behind me, we're not tearing it down, we're not trimming it, we're not going to uproot it and grub it and pull it. We are literally trimming it and pruning it because it's in the middle of our pens. And all of our pens here, they don't have the shade or the structures or the loafing sheds yet. And so sometimes when we've got cattle or horses that spend a prolonged amount of time in these pens, or perhaps overnight, especially in the summer months, they need shade. And a Huisache tree that is trimmed and shaped the right way provides a nice canopy of shade. And so I'm reminded Psalm 1 verse 3, where it says, when the tree is planted in the right place by the streams and the rivers of water, that it will produce fruit in the right season, that its leaf will never wither, and whatsoever it does will be successful and will prosper. And what's funny about this tree, if it was anywhere on this property, it would have never made it to this size. My son and I would have made sure that it was sprayed, made sure that it was cut down when it was small, but because it's in the right place, we've allowed it to flourish, to grow. And now not only is it flourishing and growing, it is serving a purpose here at Fender Ranch. So my encouragement to you is maybe you've just been in the wrong place, where people don't appreciate you. People have looked at you and they've looked at you as a nuisance, or that you're in the way and you're not around the right people, so you are tolerated but not celebrated. But I want to encourage you to find where God has called you to be. Plant yourself there, and just like Psalm 1:3, you are going to flourish in the place where God has planted you. Not only are you going to flourish, you're going to produce fruit. Your leaf is going to withstand all the drought, all the things that life can throw at you. And then the promise is whatever you do will prosper and be successful. So I'm talking to the frustrated. I'm talking to those that maybe you have felt a little irritated about what season you're in. Maybe it's time that you find where God has called you to be. Put down roots there and watch what God does in your life. This is Brandon Fender here at Fender Ranch, reminding you to keep it country, and remember, your best, it's next.